It's Kongi with you live in the studios of Traxx FM. And speaking of live, we're also on Facebook Live now. Join us at Traxx FM Official for our interview of the day. It's Kongi with you on the show called What Matters. And today we're going to find out more about MyPesara. What is it all about? Obviously, it is for retirees. What is it? Is it an investment? Is it an opportunity? Is it a form of savings? Well, we're going to find out with our special guest today. Welcoming into the studios of Traxx FM this morning is Maya Zakaria, who is the Director of Corporate Strategy and Performance from KWAP, which is basically the Kumpulan Wang Persaraan, as well as we have Nadia Marzuki, who is a Principal Assistant Director from the Post-Service Division of JPA, our Public Service Department. Lady and gent, welcome to the studios of Traxx FM.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, welcome.
Hi.
So, let's get right into it. Tell us all about MyPesara.
Okay, I'm going to share a brief information with all the audience regarding the government pensioners in Malaysia. Generally, there are two main categories of pensioners, known as the public pensioners and the Malaysian Armed Forces pensioners, who are also known as the Armed Forces veteran.
Right.
Of course, the public pensioners are managed by the Post-Service Division, PSD JPA, while the Armed Forces veterans are managed by the Department of Veteran Affairs. And these two categories, of course, are regulated by two different pension acts.
Okay.
And within these two categories, there are two groups of pensioners, which is pensioners, the pensioners themselves, and the derivative pensioners respectively. The derivative pensioners are actually the spouse or the dependent of the pensioners who continue to receive pension after the pensioner passes away. Right.
Okay.
And in Malaysia right now, the total numbers of pensioners and derivative pensioners up to May 2019 are about 827,000 people. And the big breakdown of that is at public pensioners is at a total of 703,000, and the Armed Forces veterans are about 124,171.
Okay.
And of course, the government will always look after the welfare of the pensioners by implementing various improvements over the years. And these are the improvements that have been implemented from the year 2012 until the year 2018 are as follows.
Okay.
In 2012, the payment of derivative pension was extended from 12 and a half years to 20 years from the date of retirement. And the pension retirement benefits such as reward, cash payment for the accumulated annual leave, or as the government servant knows it as GCR, and the derivative benefit for officers, pensioners, and derivative pensioners have been who has been declared bankrupt is also going to be paid.
Okay.
There is also an increase on the lowest pension amount for officers with the accumulated years of service of 25 years, which is going up from 720 ringgit Malaysia to 820 ringgit Malaysia a month. And in 2013, there is an increment of pension by 2% annually, which is creating a great news to the pensioners. They love it very much because they got an increment of pension every year. And then in 2015, the Malaysian government gives out annual salary increment to the officers who compulsorily retired to a day before the effective date for that particular year. And in 2016, the increment for the lowest pension amount is increased from 820 previously to 950 ringgit. And in 2018, again, it is also increased from 950 to 1,000 ringgit a month.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you for all the facts and details.
Yep.
That's basically a lowdown on all the details concerning government pensioners in Malaysia. Like you said, it's the different categories as well as, of course, the dependents as well, spouse and dependents, and how they are affected by the pension funds and all that. But I understand that the post-service, your division, Nadia, right? The post-service division started an actual counter, right? Tell us more about this. It's called MyPesara. How does it work and where is it located?
Okay. Actually, in last April, it was announced that the Post Service Division would open up counters in offices of the state secretaries, called the MyPesara counter. Before this, the service counter for pensioners are only operating in 4 locations, which is in Putrajaya, which is in the headquarters of the Post Service Division, in Cyberjaya, the Post Service Pension Division or KWAP, in Sabah, which is at the Post Service Division office, and in Sarawak, Kuching, Sarawak, also at the Post Service Division office. For apart from these counters, traditionally, a pensioner could deal with their pension issue through telephones and emails with any officers through our Facebook page of Post Service Division Pension Facebook page, and an application called the MyPesara application, which could be installed or downloaded through the Google Play or Apple App Store. But of course, you know that there are still numbers of pensioners who prefers to deal with their issue face to face. So this limited number of counters make it difficult for them to deal with the officers who manage their pension. Thus, the proposal to open this MyPesara counter was mooted during the Majlis Permuafakatan Pesara or MPP, which involved my division, the PSD division, officers, and representative from the various pensioners association, such as the Persatuan Pesara Kerajaan Malaysia and the Club Pesara Kerajaan Malaysia, KUPETMAS, and the Yayasan Pesara Kerajaan Malaysia, YPKM. So this proposal was thoroughly discussed and accepted for implementation after the government feels that it is going to save us measures, and also it is going to be easier for the pensioners to deal with us. So consequently, the Post Service Division has had discussion with the representative from the Office of the State Secretary regarding this proposal. And in last April, our officers expanded from 10 existing location to 14 officers, including the officers at the Office State Secretary in various states.
Okay, so that's the background towards the counter, but the bottom line is that there are these counters that are available where the pensioners can actually handle these transactions, right? Correct?
That's true.
Okay, so speaking with Nadia Marzuki, who is a Principal Assistant Director from the Post Service Division of JPA, or Public Service Department. In the studios as well, we've got Ismail Zakaria, who is the Director of Corporate Strategy and Performance from KWAP. We're going to take a quick break, but on return for more information about MyPesara, as well as even an awards, which are going to be handed out, right? Coming up when we return right here on What Matters.
Botanical Treasure of Tanjung Tuan.
Port Dickson, Negeri Sembilan, 101.3 Traxx FM.
Welcome back to What Matters. It's Kong Yu with you on the segment, and today we're talking about MyPesara. Essentially, basically, it's the network of services available via Kaunter, and also we'll find out via app as well for pensioners, government pensioners in Malaysia. Yeah? Here in a discussion with this, of course, we've got Nadia Marzuki, who is a Principal Assistant Director from the Post Service Division of JPA, or Public Service Department. As well as, of course, we've got Ismail Zakaria, who is the Director of Corporate Strategy and Performance from KWAP. And a quick little hello before I return back to our interview to Liz Ann as well as Mitch for saying hello on Facebook Live. If you'd like to join us on our live feed right now and get interactive with us, you can find us on Facebook at Traxx FM Official. Head down there right now. Meanwhile, we're talking about retirees as well as pensioners for a more accurate term, right? Ismail, I just want to find out with you, what is KWAP? And maybe you can just update our listeners as well on what is it and what is its function.
Okay. KWAP, or its full name is Kumpulan Wang Persaraan Diperbadankan. It's essentially a statutory body and a pension fund for the government servant established by the government back in March 2007. Mm-hmm. So it's a pension fund that is reporting to the Ministry of Finance. So there are at least two core functions of KWAP. Number one is to handle the investment management of the pension fund. Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm very proud to announce that we are managing about 140 billion worth of assets under our management, which then the money will be used by the governments to pay the pension of our pensioners. Number two, the second core functions of KWAP is to manage the pension operations and the customer service of our pensioners, whereby KWAP was appointed by the government through JPA back in 2015 to undertake that function. So essentially, KWAP is working closely to support JPA in delivering excellent, high-quality services to our pensioners.
I see,
and,
okay.
The office that is in charge of delivering the services is primarily based in Cyberjaya.
Okay.
So that's in short what KWAP's all about.
Right. Yeah. Thanks for the quick brief there. It helps put things in perspective to all our listeners today, and not just for our government pensioners per se, right? But speaking of which, MyPesara Kaunter, so Nadia was giving us the background story to it, as well, of course, the purpose of opening such counters. Okay, let's get right into the services which the pensioners can do over the counter. Nadia.
Okay, pensioners are welcome to come to the MyPesara Kaunter to deal with us about these services. Mm-hmm. We can provide services such as the printing of the pension statement, the printing of pension benefit approval letter. They can also come to us to check about their pensioner status and the pension status. In addition, also we accept the application for any updates regarding marriage or divorce detail, any updates regarding your children details, or in any case of death in retirement. We can also accept the application for derivative pension, also assist in your application for funeral arrangement assistance. Also, there is bank account change and the scheme a representative appointment application, and also lastly the representative appointment for any pensioner or pension receiver.
Okay.
In this case, because the Office of State Secretary has been helping us a lot, the Post Service Division would like to record its sincere thank you to the officers of State Secretary who were graciously enough to help us and willing to assist us in this matter. And we hope by the opening of this MyPesara Kaunter, it could ease the pensioner in their pension matters.
I'm sure it will, yeah. And of course, there's a future for the counter as well. Find out, before we wrap up today, what is in store of future services that will be available, as well as make sure you tune in to find out how we can use the app. So that's coming up in the last segment. But meanwhile, before that, there are awards, icons, which are going to be acknowledged as well in GSMile. Tell us more about this. Anugerah Ikon Pesara. How does it work? Can you nominate people who fall under the category as well as qualify? How does it work?
Okay. KWAP is very, very excited to share and announce with listeners out there about this award. As mentioned by you just now, the name of the award is Anugerah Ikon Pesara.
Wow.
Or in short, we call it AIP. So listeners out there, especially the pensioners, their family members, caretakers, please listen carefully to what I'm going to say. It's going to be very, very exciting.
Okay.
This
Go
award
ahead.
is the first award of its kind that we are introducing in Malaysia to recognize, to appreciate and celebrate the achievements, contribution made by the public sector retirees, government retirees. But the focus is specifically their contribution during their retirement. It's not while they are in service. That's the difference here.
Right.
Because there are a number of awards. I'm sure there are a lot of awards to recognize government's employees' contribution while in service. But this award is dedicated for those who actively contribute while they are in retirement.
It's funny.
In retirement.
I was just talking to my producer, Lisha, on productivity after retirement.
Exactly.
Right, it's important to stay active and be productive.
Yes.
And
Yes.
continue to contribute energy and manpower towards, the surroundings where they are, the locality, and also to our country. Yeah.
Because you know what, Kong, you are spot on there. Because Malaysia is going to become an aging nation by 2030. That's based on the forecast, whereby by then 10% or at least 10% of Malaysia population will be aged 60 and above. Looking at that, I think KWAP is a strong proponent, like what you said just now, to promote active aging and productive retirement. Hence, we are coming out with this award to recognize such scenario. Okay, going straight into the award. There are at least 3 categories for this award. Number 1 is education. Number 2, social and community development. Number 3, entrepreneurship. Basically, what I'm saying, there will be 3 winners for this Anugerah Ikon Pesara based on that 3 category.
Right.
Okay. Eligibility criteria. Who can be nominated for this award? Number 1, they have to be, of course, Malaysian citizen, age 55 years and above. Retirees from either from federal government or state government, statutory bodies or local authorities, but we exclude retirees from the armed forces because armed forces is under the purview of different jurisdiction.
Right.
So this is we are catering for retirees under the purview of Public Service Department or JPA. And we are looking to unveil or showcase, if I may say, unsung heroes, those who have yet to receive any awards, either at national level or international level. So we're looking the gems who yet to receive the award. So this is specifically that we're looking at. That's part of the gender criteria.
Right. How does the nomination work?
The nomination is quite simple. More information, listeners out there can obtain from our website, AIP, which stands for Anugerah Ikon Pesara .kwap.gov.my, or you can just go into KWAP website. The information will be there, the criteria and so on. Very simple. Just download the form, fill up the form. It's not long, just few pages to fill up your details and get someone to nominate you. Someone that, of course, that that can validate your background, your achievements, and so on.
Right. Okay. So we'll find out more, some details in terms of the nomination procedure, as well as, more importantly, when is the nomination deadline, as well as other information on the exciting MyPesara app as well in our last segment. Meanwhile, of course, it is music right now on Traxx FM. Stay tuned.
105.3 Kuantan, Pahang.
Welcome back to What Matters, now live in the studios of Traxx FM in Angkasa Puri, Kuala Lumpur. Also live on Facebook. If you'd like to join us for our final segment, we are at Traxx FM Official right now. A quick hello to Fred and Rose Rufina as well for saying good morning, and hello to our guests as well. Yeah, speaking of which, of course, speaking to Nadia Marzuki as well as Ismail Zakari here on MyPesara, as well as the inaugural, right, Encik Ismail? The inaugural AIP, Anugerah Ikon Pesara, which is happening very soon. What are some of the key details?
Okay. Just now I mentioned there are three categories for the awards. Number one is education. Okay. Quickly, what we are looking at is pensioners who have contribute in development of curricular or resources or services to enhance learning processes, or probably involved in enhancing education accessibility. For example, like to underserved community or the marginalized communities. Something that if I visualize, let's say you are a retired teacher, you return to your hometown after you completed your service, and then you provide tuition on free basis over the weekend to the kids, to the school goers.
Something like that.
Something like that that we are looking at, or even lecturers for that matter that come up with some kind of new methodologies and so on to inspire students to have higher motivation, inspiring them to learn more and so on. But what we're looking at is the contribution must be at least must have been done or demonstrated at least 1 year preceding to the nomination, because we want to avoid that people who just do something yesterday and then today submit the nomination. And we want to see some kind of consistency and concerted effort. At least 1 year from, if you submit it today, it must be 1 year before.
Okay, is the idea of the awards going to be an annual thing at the moment, or do we know yet? Or do we not know yet?
We are looking to make it an annual awards, but of course this is an inaugural award, so I think we will look at the level of response. But I think this is something that we want to continue. Why is important, Kong? Because the winners we want the winners to become a role model to other people, not just to the existing pensioners, also future pensioners, for them to continue to stay active, contribute to the economy, society. Once they move into the retirement. Retirement doesn't mean that you don't do anything, just stay at home and that's all.
Agreed, 100%.
Yeah,
and I think our listeners who are retirees will 100% agree with that as well. We've got a very active listenership who fall under the category, and yes, they are definitely a voice to be heard. Okay, nomination closes when, and what are the key ways? Your AIP website is the best way to find out?
AIP website is the best to find out, to get into the details, to download the form. Submission, there are a few ways.
Okay.
Number one, through email. To the email address is anugerahpesara at kwap.gov.my, anugerahpesara at kwap.gov.my, or you can mail it or even send it personally to KWAP's office in Cyberjaya, or our office in KL, as well as JPA's office. So there are at least 3 physical locations that you can submit physically or post, and then the email address. So if you have any queries, anything you need to get advice on how to fill out and the form and so on, what kind of evidence or supporting data that we're looking at, you can call the award secretariat at 03 2174 8000. Basically, that's the general line of KWAP. 2174 8000, extension 8651 or 8654. You can call them. I think my team will be there to support anyone who have inquiries about this.
Okay. Once again, the nomination close dates. What is the deadline?
Nomination close date is quite, I would say it's quite close. It's on the 9th August. Okay. And I would like to urge listeners out there to grab this opportunity, take a look after this or even now, and see if you are eligible, then quickly submit to us your nomination. And what would be more interesting is that the winners will receive the award during our upcoming Carnival Rasa Sayang. That will be held on 5th and 6th October in Stadium Shah Alam. And you know what, Kong? The award will be given by our very own Yang Amat Berhormat Prime Minister, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad.
Okay. So the awards will be given out within a carnival that's going to be held 5th and 6th of October. At the same time, of course, the awards and the occasion will be graced by our Prime Minister.
Our Prime Minister.
That's right.
And also, I want to share that we have a very attractive prize for the winners. It will be a traveling package for the winner as well as the spouse of the winner. For these 3 categories.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that's the best way to spend it's precious moments right together, as well as generally that's the best gift to give also. Gift of travel and experience.
Yeah, because what we understand, we did a bit of research on what pensioners typically love to do during their retirement days.
Right.
And top 3 of what they love to do, among one of the top 3 is traveling. So we thought that that's the best way to reward
Exactly.
our retirees.
Good for doing the research, yeah?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, of course, all this in the light, of course, of MyPesara counter services, which are available for the service of government pensioners to update information and so on and so forth. There's also an app, right, Nadia? Well, tell us more about this app, or Ismail can share with us as well information.
Okay, the app is the same name like the counter. So that's MyPesara counter, as mentioned by Nadia earlier. And we also have an app that calls MyPesara. It's for the same purpose, same objective, is to serve the same target markets, which is the government pensioners and their families and their caretakers. The only difference is that MyPesara earlier just now is the physical infrastructure. This
Correct.
MyPesara is an app. It's a digital platform that we use to reach out to our same target markets to serve them for the same purpose. We launched it. I think this app has been in the market for about close to 1.5 years.
Okay.
Today, just a few weeks ago, we have breached the 100,000 number of users. So yesterday, as of yesterday, it's about 103,000 users of the app, which is something that I'm very proud and we continue to promote.
Yeah.
Because this will give a flexibility or enhancing the accessibility of our customers towards information with regards to their pensions account.
Exactly.
Because the app has a number of things. I would like to urge listeners out there, especially the pensioners, their family members, to download the app because it has a lot of things. Among others, is allow you to check your pension statement. When is the pension date, which I think very important, the pension payment date, and we have information like health tips, financial planning tips. Also, they can key in their medical records, like what kind of medicine they need to take, and they can put an alarm to say that, okay, this is the time to take your medicine.
That's
and
nice.
So on.
Yeah, there's plus features to the app.
Plus features to that. And probably the last one that I would like to share is that we have this called a benefits program, whereby KWAP partner with 11 merchants or companies out there that offer selected product and services at a discounted price. And these products and services are the one that to meet the lifestyle of our retirees. If I may, I just read all the merchant partners that we have as of today. I think the first one is My News. Second is Aeon Big, Mydane, KPJ Health Shop, KPJ Sentosa, IJN, Domino Pizza, Cellcom, Grab, Alpro Pharmaceutical Chain, and BP Healthcare. These are the current group of merchants that are working with us. They're offering specific products at special price to the users of the MyPesara. And please take full advantage, grab the opportunities.
I like that. I like the fact,
the
using an app is so convenient these days, and it's a good way also to encourage older retirees to get online, because there's a segment of society that's still not online yet because maybe it just was not the modus operandi when they were growing up. And it's a great way, of course, to get them to start using apps also. Different categories of people, right? And of course, linking it with all these lifestyle features also really helps. And it's a very considerate move as well to make sure that the retirees, the pensioners here, are taken care of in so many different ways as well. All right, thank you so much for the brief. Nadia, just real quick, what is the future for the counter service of the MyPesara counter service? Get updates on that, on the people who need or still rely on counters generally to do their work, as well as to update their transaction details, key information, and so on.
Okay, as stated earlier, they could come to the counters to have their statement and their approval letter to be printed out, and also to check on their pensioner status, also to update on any details about their life, whether it's about their marriage or child details, and whether there's death in retirement. What I would like to say here, Kong, is that the MyPesara counters are open in 10 states. In addition to the counters that we have in Putrajaya, in Cyberjaya, Sabah and Sarawak, we are now open in Kelantan, Melaka, Negeri Sembilan, Pulau Pinang, Kedah, Johor, Terengganu, Pahang, Perak and Perlis. If I may, I would like to state out the brief location of these pejabat or these counters. In Kelantan, it is situated in the Pejabat Setiausaha Kerajaan Negeri Kelantan. In Kota Baru. In Melaka, it is situated in Kompleks Seri Negeri, Melaka. In Negeri Sembilan, it is situated in the Pejabat Setiausaha Kerajaan Negeri Sembilan. In Pulau Pinang, it is situated in the Kompleks Tun Abdul Razak Komta at the Pejabat Setiausaha Kerajaan Pulau Pinang. In Kedah, it is at the Wisma Darul Aman. In Johor, it is at the Bangunan Dato' Abdul Rahman Anda. In Terengganu, it's at Wisma Darul Iman. In Pahang, it's at the Wisma Sri Pahang at the Pejabat Setiausaha Kerajaan Negeri Pahang. And in Perak, it's at the Bangunan Perak Darul Rizwan, which is at the Bahagian Pengurusan Sumber Manusia. And in Perlis, it's at the Kompleks Dewan Undangan Negeri Perlis.
Okay.
I'm sure if the listeners are unable to catch that, the list of this location can be referred at our Facebook service or at the Post Service Division portal at www.jpapension.gov.my.
Okay, right. So that's a quick reference there. Of course, if you want to catch that in writing, check that link out. Meanwhile, what's in the future? What's in store?
Post Service Division, with the cooperation of the Office of the State Secretary, will of course monitor the efficiency of the MyPesara counters. If all goes well, the Post Service Division are considering to increase the provided services of this initiative. If this initiative receives support, and of course it could help the pensioners in dealing with their business with much more ease.
Okay. So feedback is important, and of course, all the best with the counter services. A quicker way to get linked up, of course, is to just use the MyPesara app, which is available, I'm sure, on iOS and also Android, right?
Exactly.
Meanwhile, just before we wrap up, a quick thanks to, of course, Nadia Marzuki, who is a Principal Assistant Director from the Post Service Division of JPA. And before we completely wrap up, just a real quick reference on the AIP website as well, for those who would like to nominate somebody who is eligible for the Anugerah Ikon Pesara.
Okay. So the website address is aip.kwap or KWAP.gov.my.
Okay. Find out more information there, and thanks as well to Ismail Zakaria, Director of Corporate Strategy and Performance of KWAP, right here for coming on to What Matters. Thank you, lady and gentlemen, for coming on the show.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you
For joining us on Facebook Live, if you've been following us there as well. A quick shout out to Lily Marina, who also says good morning. To myself and also the guests today. Wrapping up today's What Matters, it's Kong Yu with you on the show till 2 p.m. Taking a brief break at noon for some quick news updates, courtesy of course the Radio News Centre of Traxx FM. Stay tuned. Keep it right here on Traxx. Good morning.